The thing that gives me hope is that now when I'm, like sometimes I do school visits and talk about the book, and people want to buy a copy of the book. Now the girls are coming back and saying, "Where's the next book?" Right? So I really need to get on with it, and I think that's really like been the best, the greatest thing out of it. That a lot of, especially girls, but not only girls, but especially girls, have come up to me and they've really said, it's given them view of what Islam girls.
So you just repeat that last point, sister. They've come up to you and they've said it's given them what?
It's given them a different narrative regarding what it is to be a Muslim woman, right? Where I think, sometimes Islam is presented as a bunch of rules to people, right? But actually, it's a worldview. It's a way of looking at the world. It's a way of adapting yourself. But also, it's a vision that you have, right? And I think for young people, if we cannot inspire them to know what that greater prize is, it's going to be hard for them to get through this life, right? So I'm hoping that books like this, I've tried to put things in there, like, for example, all the aspects of Tawheed that we would want our children to know, prophethood, intimate moments, I think, with Khadijah and the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, to give them an idea of what true as well. All those things can be in a book. I would say I didn't have the skills to write a great book when I started. But I think what I realized is I had to learn those skills, and I just had to develop and just become good at it. And so I would write 5 chapters at a time and submit them and then get feedback. But then also what I did was I actually printed the book out, the chapters out, and I would sit back and read it out aloud to myself. And that really helped, because it's not just about what you're reading, it's about how it sounds, how it's going to come across. So yeah, I really enjoyed the process. There were difficult times, but it was very much sort of this beautiful story I really want to share with young people. They've got to know this story, and they've got to feel what I'm feeling about this story. So yeah, it's been really, really good experience, mashallah.
MashaAllah. I love what you said about thinking about how they're left at the end of the book and stuff, because when you look at history, or obviously when you look at long-term history, everyone ends up dying anyway, so to kind of leave them with something positive and all of that stuff is great.